You don't see round corners, I do. You don't know if there are miracles, but there's one waiting for you. Everything seems backwards and outside in.
How bad did my depression get? I'd get frustrated with little things and get cranky with little things. I didn't think it was bad at all until I looked back on it. I'm Mark Pickford. I live in Cumnock, central west New South Wales. Can you go down and open the single gate?
So I'll go through and bring them back this way?
Go through and bring them back. But make sure they pick up their calves, so take them pretty steady. We've been in the area for 5 generations. I'm 5th generation. I only ever wanted to be a farmer from the time I was a little fella. Can't think of anything else that I wanted to be. Love livestock, sheep, cattle, horses, pigs, and just really love farming life. Take them steady.
He was the kind of guy that very friendly, talked continuously, just a very friendly kind of guy.
We got married and my mum and dad, as part of our succession plan, they went and got a job. And we went in and borrowed a heap of money and things were going well. We loved the pigs, loved the industry.
At the same time as that, we started a family. So life was pretty full.
Work ethic-wise, we worked pretty constant. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, 7 days a week. Didn't matter whether you're a crook or whatever, somebody had to feed the pigs and do the work. The combination of the drought and high feed prices meant that we were losing $10,000 a month. I'd had pains in my chest for 3 or 4 months. I probably didn't say too much to Ros for a while. I wasn't sleeping real well of a night time. How bad did it get? Yeah, not wanting to go out, not wanting to mix with friends, just wanting to curl up, I guess, and shut yourself away.
I had no idea. Didn't know what to do, except that, yeah, just praying that somehow I'd get to someone to be able to, yeah, know what.
We're actually working with a bloke on some cattle, and he was telling us about how he'd realised he needed to have bypass surgery, and he was getting headaches and chest pains, and I said, that's me. And I went to the doctor, he took my blood pressure, and he said, well, that's pretty normal. And he said, is there anything that is stressing you out? I rattled off the issues we're having in the piggery and a few things. He said, you know, each one of those would be enough to send the average person, or could be enough to send the average person into depression. And he said, you've rattled off half a dozen.
I never thought that he was a person that would suffer from depression. He's very strong-minded, very know what he wants sort of person.
He said, I want to put you on some tablets. And again, I thought, you know, old ladies' pills. But thankfully, a mate had said to me 6 months before that he'd been on antidepressants. And I knew he wasn't mad. I knew he wasn't crazy.
Just after he kind of was starting to balance out with the medication and whatnot, we probably did the one thing that we shouldn't have done. Well, they wouldn't advise you to do, and that was we made the decision to close the piggery.
We were 2 weeks out from a due farrowing. 90% of those sows were artificially inseminated, and we cut their heads off. We sent them to the abattoirs. It was a hard day, and I remember standing on the loading ramp as Ros drove off with the truck, and just, yeah, she just hugged me. We cried for a while. Me to focus on on making the hard decisions and be able to deal with them and to think outside the square, to do some of the things that I've done since closing the piggery. I've got some work off farm and I'm really loving that. It's still part of agriculture. I'm getting around to see people's farms. And I got the best of both worlds now. I've still got my farm. I've changed the business structure there, but it's working for me. I'm not working for it. You go away for a weekend and you come home, something's going wrong. But anyway, no harm done. Yeah, we often talk about Australian values and what makes an Australian. And as an Australian man, it was, you know, that stiff upper lip and, you know, suck it up. You'll get over it, boy. Get up and go again. But I think the Australian value of mate helping mate is probably the value we need more when it comes to depression. Family life now for us is back to laughing again and joking. And even though, you know, we're not out of the woods financially, you know, we get 3 feeds a day and that's better than half the world.
The journey that we've gone through, yeah, it's been hard, but I know we love each other more than we ever had before. And it's been a great journey.
You're braver than you think you are when the way is dark.
How far do we go?